Oh, hey there, global citizens. Welcome to Waffle Ladders, the only channel where the sarcasm flows freer than the immigration line at an unattended airport. Today, we're pondering a big, warm, totally not disastrous idea. Should your country basically become the newest Airbnb? Spoiler alert, no it shouldn't. The opposite. Like full 180, slam on the brakes, throw it in reverse, back into a wall. Because if the doors are always open, IDs are optional, and the Border Patrol has been replaced by a polite shrug and maybe a bake sale, you're basically putting a please loot responsibly sign on your front lawn.
Hey Dad,
Yeah?
don't forget the free phones for those making it in.
Yeah, exactly. On today's episode, we cover the 10 reasons why open borders are a terrible idea for any country. So lace up your sarcasm boots, grab your passport. Oh wait, you won't need one. And let's cross into common sense territory. No visa required. Number 10, no national security screening, AKA who needs background checks anyway? Let's be real, borders are just imaginary lines drawn by old guys in wigs, right? Wrong. With open borders, you're basically throwing a surprise party for whoever walks in. Drug cartel, terrorist, vacationing warlord, come on in. Just try not to bomb anything before brunch. It's like leaving your house unlocked, but instead of maybe losing your TV, you lose national stability. And the fun part, no one's checking bags. You could be importing the world's largest illegal fireworks stash, and the only questions you'll get is, you want a hotel upgrade?
I figured it out.
What?
I found a super soaker in the shed, and with that, no one's getting in.
You think that will stop them?
No, but I'll use it to make them answer the hard questions.
Like what?
Their favorite ice cream flavor, and if they say anything other than pistachio caramel, they're not getting in.
Sounds like a plan. Number 9, public services become Black Friday sale. Picture this, hospitals packed, schools, standing room only, welfare offices. It's a Hunger Games reboot. May the odds be ever in your, no, actually, they're not. You thought the DMV line was bad before? Now it's Mad Max, bureaucratic road rage. People start camping outside City Hall like it's a Taylor Swift concert or a PS6 pre-sale line. And every politician will promise they have a plan. The translation, they've got a PowerPoint presentation with the words, good luck, written in New Times Roman fonts. Number 8, working class citizens get steamrolled. You know who loves open borders? Mega corporations, because now they can hire 20 people for the price of one guy named Joe, who actually wants weekends off and paid vacation. Joe the plumber, he's gone, replaced by Jose, Youssef, and 14 other guys willing to work for half or less. They don't have to outsource your job because these people are here, so it's insourced. And don't get me wrong, those workers are just trying to survive too. But they are lawbreakers, and open borders allow them to enter. The real villains are the politicians looking for congressional seats. Remember, illegals count in the census, and companies exploiting them to pad the bottom line. While your Christmas bonus is a coupon for $3 off a holiday turkey. Number 7, national identity? Never heard of her. Imagine your country is a spicy, flavorful stew, carefully made over centuries. Now dump in a random bucket of unmeasured ingredients from 47 different kitchens. What do you get? A cultural gumbo sludge where no one knows what language to put on the traffic signs. Suddenly your national holidays are a 12-month buffet, which sounds nice until your public services are closed every other day except Tuesdays, from 12/4 to the end of the year. Efficiency, this isn't. Melting pot means those coming into the country assimilate into our culture, not keeping theirs. However, that is what's happening all over this country. Number 6, political chaos, now in 4K Ultra HD. When people don't share a language, history, or values, they don't magically unite, they silo. Language is the key to a united country. And what do? We offer tests and signs in multiple languages. That is stupid. Or planned destruction, take your pick. This leads to more tension, more protests, and way more people Googling, what is balkanization? It's like importing every possible Civil War starter pack for free. Political parties start multiplying like rabbits. Pretty soon you've got a progressive, moderate, reformist, libertarian unity party, which lasts about 3 weeks before breaking into 5 smaller parties over a disagreement about the office coffee. Number 5, disease? What disease? Remember when you couldn't sneeze in an airport without a guy in a hazmat suit giving you a side eye? Yeah, the good old days. Or should I say the government overreach days. However, letting anyone in without vetting is a recipe for disaster. No health screenings equals surprise outbreaks. Fun fact, the Black Death in the 14th century spread so fast thanks to trade routes and lack of border control, and it wiped out about a third of Europe's population. So yeah, globalization is a killer, literally, and it's been for centuries. So yeah, if you randomly let people flood in, it's just common sense the disease will come with them. Number 4, traffickers and cartels get a loyalty card. You know who really loves open borders? Human traffickers. Now every desperate person is basically a walking paycheck. Here's the math. Coyotes charge anywhere from $4,000 to $15,000 per person to get into the country. Do the numbers. Move 50 people in a month and you're raking in $500,000. That's not just a crime, that's a business model. No wonder cartels are branching out like Starbucks. This is also the best reason to use when arguing with someone about this issue. Do you really want to continue funding these scumbags? They don't even need to hide people in trunks anymore. They just hand them a map and a bus ticket. It's like Amazon Prime for organized crime. 2-day delivery, guaranteed misery. Number 3, the taxpayer piñata. Citizens pay taxes, non-citizens use services. Guess who foots the bill? You do. Open borders turn every taxpayer into a financial donor in the world's worst GoFundMe. Analysis of the situation by the Federation for American Immigration Reform, FAIR, found that each illegal is a net $68,000 cost to the taxpayer. And that's after taking out what they pay in taxes, which comes up to approximately $100 billion. That money could be going to many better uses that actually help taxpayers. But still, politicians will promise it'll pay for itself. They pay sales tax. Reminds me of my cousin Randy's crypto stream, and he's currently living in a van. The government basically turns every taxpayer into a piñata.
Hey Dad.
What?
It came in. Here's the one you ordered.
I did not order a piñata.
You said you wanted a piñata.
No, I said the government turns us into piñatas. They were like piñatas.
But at least it's a cool one.
All right, sit down. That has to go back. Oh my gosh. Number 2, justice system Jenga. 2 people break the law, one has the scissors, the other doesn't. Guess which one gets the compassionate treatment? We've basically built a legal escape room where the trick to winning is just not having an ID. The judge can't deport you, the cops can't track you, and suddenly the system turns into a giant Jenga tower where the laws only collapse on citizens. Meanwhile, the guy who actually pays taxes and forgot to renew his driver's license, boom, fines, penalties, and maybe even jail time. But if you stroll in with no documents at all, congratulations, you've unlocked the do not pass go, do not collect deportation card. And let's not forget bail reform. Regular guy misses a court date, warrant. But show up without papers and half the time it's, well, they didn't know better, let's be understanding. Yeah, because nothing says justice like rewarding ignorance with a hall pass. At this point, the justice system isn't blind, it's just legally nearsighted. Citizens get punished while loopholes get promoted. And the only people really winning? The ones who figured out that in America, sometimes breaking the rules is the actual cheat code. Number 1, you get what you reward. Free housing? Check. Free EBT card? Check. Free cell phone? Check. Free healthcare? Check. Gee, I wonder why people are sneaking in. It's like we turned the board into a giant game show prize wheel. Spin the wheel and no matter where it lands, ding, 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 you're walking away with taxpayer-funded goodies. Meanwhile, the average American is drowning in rent, paying way too much for Wi-Fi that barely works, and arguing with their insurance company about whether a broken arm is really medically necessary. But cross that border illegally, and suddenly it's like you've entered a VIP lounge at the airport. Welcome in! Here's your complimentary snack pack and government benefits brochure. We've basically created an incentive program where breaking the rules pays better than following them. And shocker, people respond to incentives. If crime came with rewards instead of punishment, what do you think would happen? So when politicians act confused, why are so many people crossing? It's not exactly rocket science. You get what you reward. And right now we're rewarding it with freebies that even citizens can't get without 14 forms, a blood sample, and 3 weeks of phone calls to customer service. So what did we learn? Open borders might sound like utopia until you realize it's a utopia you pay for, live in, and can't escape from. Remember, compassion isn't chaos. And borders, well, even your house has a front door and sometimes a fence. And you lock that, right? But if you don't, just don't call me when our warlords eating cereal in your kitchen.
What kind of cereal are they eating?
The expensive keto one. So anyways, if you enjoyed this, like, comment, and subscribe before we all get annexed by some global megastate. I'm just a guy in a tent with a passport, some sarcasm, and a serious case of realism. And as always, keep climbing.
And in the morning, I'm making waffles.